I want to talk to you today about the second coming of Jesus Christ. And I want to use these two Bibles to help you understand it. Think about this. These Bibles have a gap between them right now. But if I was to turn them this way, it looks like just one Bible, one thing. But we know that there's two and there's a gap in between. This is what happens with prophecy. In the Old Testament, there was described the coming of Jesus to the earth. Two events, the first coming in Bethlehem, the second coming described in the book of Revelation. But the Old Testament Jews saw these as one event, so they were confused when Jesus came the first time to be a suffering servant who would die for sins, instead of being a coming king who would free them from their enemies and establish his kingdom on the earth. Well, in the same way, in the New Testament, there's two comings of Jesus that are often viewed as one event. The first is the rapture of the church. The second is called the second coming of Jesus Christ to the earth. Let me show you the difference, the contrast between these two events. The rapture of the church happens prior to God's wrath being poured out upon the earth. However, the second coming return of Jesus to the earth at the end of the tribulation is the culmination of 7 years of God's wrath being poured out on the earth that culminates at the very end of the tribulation. The rapture of the church is a private event. It's just for the church and Jesus. However, the second coming return of Jesus is a public event. Everybody's going to see it. Everyone on the planet is going to experience it. In the rapture of the church, Jesus comes in the air. However, the second coming, Jesus comes to the earth. He's going to plant his feet down in Jerusalem and establish himself there as the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. The rapture of the church, Jesus is coming for the church. He's the bridegroom coming to gather his bride. However, in the second coming, Jesus is coming with his church. We're going to be with him in white robes, riding white horses, and he's coming to defeat his enemies at the end of the culmination of the wars of Armageddon. Number 5, what the rapture is about, it's the removal of the believers from the earth so God can judge the earth. Second coming return of Jesus is the revealing of Jesus as he comes to earth to establish his kingdom. The rapture, there are no signs for the rapture. We don't know when it's going to happen. It could happen today. You need to be ready. The second coming, there are many signs. We know that there's going to be 7 years of tribulation on the earth. We know there's going to be a rise of Antichrist. We know there's going to be global disasters. We have lots of signs leading up to the second coming. There are no signs for the rapture. Number 7, the rapture, as we said, is a mystery that was not revealed in the Old Testament, but is revealed in the New. Second coming is talked about in the Old Testament, and as we mentioned, the Jews actually confused that with the first coming of Jesus. Well, I hope you can understand the difference in the two. The rapture, Jesus coming to earth, 7 years of tribulation, and then the second coming. The question is, which one will you experience, and where will you be when it happens? You want to be at the rapture of the church. This is for the people that have trusted Jesus Christ as their Savior, and those who are living for him here on the earth. They will be caught up to be with him in the air. Second coming, if you're still on the earth, will be a time of judgment for you and a time of destruction. Let me beg you, make sure you're ready for the rapture of Jesus Christ, because he is coming, and as he said in Revelation, he is coming very soon.